Holbrook from TV Guide Magazine, and it is so awesome to be here with all of you, because again, if you're in this room, you love solar opposites, and you also have something wrong with you, and I love that, because we are deeply disturbed. This show has been such a fun ride. It's such an honor to be here to bring these guys out here and talk about their final season, how they're bringing it to a close, and of course, you guys and how you've gotten them here so far. So let's bring up the panel and talk about this. We've got executive producer Sydney Ryan, executive producer Josh Bicel, executive producer Mike McMahon, and then our voice cast Chandra Brony, Mary Knight, Thomas Middleditch, and Tiffany Haddish. All right, so obviously we're in the final stretch. Most shows do not get a chance to bring their story to a close. This is such an interesting beast because this is the rarest of animated series where you have had a serialized run where each season informs the next one. And so and also the production time and the work that has to go into bringing a season to life. When did you find out, and when did you start to map out how you wanted to bring this story to a close?
First off, hey everybody, thank you for coming out. Thank you for watching our episode. We're so excited to be here. We were starting to write this season when we found out that it was most likely going to be the end, and then we were like scrambling around, panicking, trying to make them not let it be the end, but just in case, we figured there's some stuff we have to do with the wall, there's some stuff we have to do with the solars, there's some really cool stuff coming. So we've been saying that this kind of feels a little bit like, this is like our Fellowship of the Ring. Like this is the end of the first book of Solar Opposites. So we do culminate some stuff, we do get some storylines finished, but we leave it open to more adventures too, at the same time.
And what was the conversation like in the writers' room about how to approach this? Because the end of a run, it can get maudlin sometimes. And this show does such a wonderful job of injecting a surprisingly big heart into a raunchy mouth. So how did you kind of calibrate where you wanted to take this?
Well, I think the episode that we just showed is a great example of, that's the most heart we've ever done in an episode, right? And it ends in this amazing, unexpected way when you realize the family stuff. But I think Mike's right. We knew, because we were sort of cosplaying as drama writers, we knew that we backed ourselves into a corner with The Wall and Silver Cops. And what our big goal was to sort of take all these breadcrumbs we've done throughout the years and wrap them up with the solars. So really make you realize that The Wall and Silver Cops, it all comes back to the solars, because without them, none of those stories would be able to live. So that was really important for us.
Yeah, it was all about balance, where it always had to be funny and dumb and then smart, and we had to pay attention to everything we had said and done. When you're going into this season, I really recommend you go back and watch your favorite episodes, but especially the 99 Shifts episode before you finish this season, because it all ties together. The whole series ties together.
Okay. The aliens, the family they are invaders. They have come to Earth, they hated a lot of it, but they have deeply human emotions, and they're more reflective of humans than a lot of human characters on TV are. Do you find it shocking that people are so connected to these characters that aren't really human?
No, our cast is amazing. They're hilarious, and they also perform with a lot of heart. And I think when we started, we were saying these are aliens that are watching TV and then learning how to be a family at the same time, and learning good lessons and bad lessons. And then after many seasons, you start to see them accidentally, after trying and failing to stimulate a family because they're on a mission from space, they accidentally start falling in love and becoming a real family, because a family isn't defined by TV, it's not defined by other families you see, it's however you define your family, and it just happened to them along the way. And so I think like we're just telling stories that are crazy and freaking weird, but that at their heart, these characters all care about each other.
It sounds like you just described my experience being in the group homes.
Well, which of the three executive producers are the sappiest? Who got the most emotional about this?
You think Sid definitely? Yeah, she's crying right now.
It's very sad. We've become a family over the last 7 years, and we love our cast and our crew, and we're really bummed to end the show for now.
For now.
For now.
Tiffany's not going to let it end, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I got investors already. I'm about to start my own network, She Ready Network, and we're just gonna have it on there.
There we go.
Period. Every show they ever cancel of mine is gonna be on the She Ready Network.
Well, that's one of the questions I had early on that I wanted to ask was because these are aliens that are becoming more and more human as they stay on Earth. Is Aisha the closest thing they will have to God?
I would say Aisha is the closest thing they got to, wisdom. Yeah, God. Yeah, I'm God. Yeah. Yes, God's name is Aisha.
I finally had to say, guys, we can't just have them run to Aisha whenever they stub their toes or have a question. Like, even though that's in my household, what happens to my wife when the kids have, they just go run to her. So you're like God and mom and just a blue orb to them.
Yeah, I'm everything. She ready.
She ready. There's something else about the show, and I love explaining it to people, that it is quietly revolutionary in the fact that midway through your run, you took the two lead characters, made them a couple, never made it a deal, it was never a big deal, it was suddenly just queer representation, without fanfare, without really softening them. I mean, they're horrible people. Which, as a trash gay, I respect the representation. Like, I have one question though. What is the 69.5?
Thomas, I think it's your one.
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't throw to me.
You go to the whiteboard.
I'm staring at the font at the back of this card that says, please be aware that many members of your audience may be under the age of 18. 69.5 is when, after two people kiss, they shake hands.
I think it's like a regular 69, but one of the people has to wear a jester's hat.
There we go. There was also, I wanted to know, speaking of shaking hands, because the hands could be anywhere. We see something later on with eruptions from bodies. But has anyone mapped out the skeletal frame of a scorpion?
I mean, our artists track all this stuff, and we'll write something, and an artist will have to come in and be like, for 3 seasons, you've said they don't have that in their bodies, and we have done x-rays on screen. So our artists keep us honest with all of that stuff. We have all these maps. I think you could go through and still, like, their brains are made of little pebbles and stuff, and we just kept adding to the lore of their bodies because we're not the X-Files. So we could just, whatever was funniest when we needed it.
Okay. All right. So for the actors, the show has. We talked about the heart and the humor and this emotionality. Was there a scene or an episode that actually hit you surprisingly harder than you expected? Something that really, this one?
This one.
Yeah.
I had to think so many mean thoughts, so I wouldn't be crying when I came out on this stage. So sweet at the end.
Yeah.
And Sean colored all those photos, all those drawings. Sean did them himself at the end of the episode. Baby Sean did those himself. Good job, Sean.
It took a while, but I like how it paid off.
It paid off. Those lessons paid off.
One of the drawings was 69.5, but we took that out, right?
She won't what?
Yeah. Sorry, we're busy.
Then one of the drawings was 69.5, but they had took it out. But don't worry, I put it up on my IG page. Follow me on Instagram, you'll be able to see a 69.5.
Thomas, Terry loves pop culture. Terry is a pop culture vulture. Is there anything that he didn't get to really experience in the run of the show so far?
In terms of pop culture.
Yeah.
Well, I'm upset that we didn't reference Sylvester Stallone's cliffhanger. I don't know. I'm trying to like pull the spirit of pop culture.
Demolition Man.
Yeah, well, you know, you didn't know. Yeah, you gotta use 3 seashells. I don't know. Geez, is there anything that we missed? I'm not the guy to ask. I would say that so much of the time when I'm sitting recording and then reading the deep cut pulls that they take out of nowhere, I'm like, I have to pause to just laugh and be like, where did this one come from?
There's such a specificity to the comedy, like Lady Schmucker. Like what? Like who's thinking of this?
And the t-shirt's never good at all. It's just there on the, I was like, 9-inch nails. Right. That's fun.
Sean Yumulak he's in a way, he's a cold-blooded killer almost. How have people responded to the fact that he put all these people in the wall? How do people respond? Like, what do they say? Because he's
the person who shrinks it down.
yeah. So how do like the fans react? Like, do they see him as a heartless person?
I'm not sure because, like, when I talk to friends that watch the show and stuff, that's the first thing that they bring up. It's like that wall thing is so cool. And it's like you put him in there and stuff. So I mean,
You did put people in the wall. Like you, Sean, you have a
You,
collection.
Sean, have done that.
and so my character does too. And so, but yeah, I don't know. I think there's like some aspect of him that seems kind of innocent. He's just trying his best with his sister or with his fellow replicant. So I think that kind of like smears past the whole cold-blooded thing sometimes. But yeah, he's pretty.
Can he? Do you think that he could be redeemed?
Well, I'd like to see it. And there is some scenes in season 6 right at the end. I realize every time I turn my head that way. Yeah. But yeah, I think he can be redeemed. He's a good guy.
Right. Okay. And now Jessie, she appears to be kind of like the peacemaker, the emotional center, the feeling one. But she's also deranged. Do you see her as the glue of the family or the potential demise of it?
Well, she's really overzealous. I do I like that they gave her a little bit of the 4th of July with the fireworks. I enjoyed I got to be zanier this season. I felt like I did a lot of the exposition or a lot of the show description stuff in previous seasons. I think since she's so normal, in season 7, 8, 9, and 10, I'd really like to see her go off the edge and be just out of control. I'd like to see Terry trying to tame Jessie. I'm really looking forward to somebody purchasing this show.
I feel like you're half expecting someone to be like,
Yeah.
$100 million for the show right now.
Like, finally we get paid our actual wage.
Tiffany, if Aisha could get maybe a standalone episode, what kind of adventure would you have wanted to see her do?
Well, Aisha did get to go on a date, which was like, ideal for me, because that's what I love to do with my time, date. But if I could see Aisha do anything, in my mind, Aisha be watching reality shows. When nobody's talking to her, she's watching the reality shows and really just absorbing all the toxic human traits. And so I would like to see her go have her own reality show.
Real Housewives of AI.
Yeah, like an AI reality show where she just like really going in on ChatGPT, like, you think you better than me? I don't think so, Chat. I would love to see that.
I want to see that. Because we had the screening, we have a short window of time, but if we want to do some fan questions, make them fast. Oh my god.
Oh, hurry! There we go.
Go for it.
So I love how there's always like intersections.
Sorry.
And how Corvo is right behind me. But if you could choose between living out in Silver Cups, being in the wall, or just being with the replicants, what would y'all pick?
You mean in real life if they were all
Yes.
real?
Yes.
I kind of want to be in the wall. It seems like you might die by somebody stabbing you with a toothpick, but you also might have the coolest life ever. I don't know, what do you guys think? If you could live in any of the stories?
That was an actual fantasy. When I was a kid, I saw like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids as like the most wonderful thing that could possibly happen to you. and so yeah, 100% to be shrunk down to like a little thing. Although fighting bugs is scary.
You can do it.
Yeah, I could do it. I could punch a bug right in the face.
Well, you didn't live in a low-income area, huh? We been fighting roaches all my life. All my life I had to fight. Water bugs, big roaches, little roaches. I would be a safe cop.
Orvo.
Hello. I have been watching the show since 2020. I've been drawing gay fan art since.
There we go. Yes.
We just call that regular fan art.
So I just wanted to say thank you for 5 years of amazing TV. It's been great. And I also wanted to ask, would you say this season is a good conclusion? Like you really feel like it's come to the end?
It's a conclusion, but it leaves enough open for you to be like, wait, I want to see that too. So you won't come out of the season feeling like you didn't get what you wanted, but we also do like our version of, when Marvel teases the next thing, and you're like, wait, what about that? So you get bumped.
All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Orvo.
Hi, thank you for a great 5 seasons and a great 5 years. My question is to the entire cast. If there's one item you could take from the show, like a prop, and bring it back to yourselves, what would you take?
What prop if they could take a prop from the show? Is that what you asked? Yes, guys, what would you take from the show? Like a ray gun, or I don't know why I'm telling you the answer, but go ahead.
Isn't there like a some kind of resurrection?
There's a resurrection device. That'd be interesting, right?
That'd be pretty handy.
Yeah, I would take the resurrection device for sure, and I would bring Tupac back, my grandma.
There we go. That's the order.
This back, yeah, that would be my order right there. That's it. Tupac, my grandma, Jesus.
Thank you. Hi there. Just to follow up on that earlier question, specifically the stories that you've been doing along like The Wall or the Silver Cops, will they get a satisfying ending that?
Yes.
Yes?
Since that's a quick answer to that, I just want to say that the voice actor for the pupa, my son, is in the audience with you.
Yes.
And we're not giving him his laurels, but I just want to say he's been awesome today.
End of saying. Your son is the Moose, right?
He was not the Moofsy, but the Moofsy was definitely inspired by how cute kids sound doing this stuff. But yes, you will get a satisfying Silver Cops and a satisfying Wall resolution.
Thank you, and please bring back Lower Decks.
Thank you. Huge fan of the show. My question is, if you could give a spin-off to any secondary character who's not in the Silver Cops or the Wall subplots, who would it be?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, I kind of would love to see the replicants, the college years, you know what I mean? And just see them growing up weirdly.
Well, now I want to see Aisha on a reality show.
I do want to see
I want to see Aisha and ChatGPT in a honeymoon suite in Mexico on a date.
And then I find out that he cheating on me with Leonardo.ai.
You gotta go on Andy Cohen to straighten things out.
Yeah, who's this open season?
Thank you.
Nice.
My question is what are your guys' favorite pupa quotes?
Oh man, I love when he's in this big action moment and Sherry's like, "Thank you, strange creature," and he's just like, "I like Lightning McQueen," and she's like, "Okay." Because at the time, my son Sagan just made me watch Cars 30 million times, and then we just rewatched it a decade later, and he's like, "Wow, I don't remember this at all," and I was like, "I hate you so much."
Thank you.
We're gonna go quick.
Hi, so you mentioned conclusions to the secondary stories. What are the chances that you have more stories to tell that maybe will result in a wall spin-off, or?
That's something I can't speak to.
Thank you.
Dun, dun, dun.
I was gonna ask about something else as well, but is there anything else that you're working on, Mike, with possibly either some of the same cast or writers?
Right now, I wish I was working with this cast. We're still finishing this season. I would work with anybody in the show again. They're the funniest people ever. Right now, I'm currently working on an animated adaptation of the Sega game Golden Axe. And so I'm in that as well, but really we've been focused on finishing the season of Solar, so that it's the best season we've done.
All right.
And we literally just hit 0. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, get me.
Hey, let him ask question.
All right,
One more question. Hey, it's gotta be good.
Good one. Question. You guys have become the model for having an awesome B plot that kind of takes over the A plot. What is your inspirations for that, and what are your biggest lessons learned through the seasons?
I would say the lesson learned for us is a little goes a long way, and then if we don't have a great Solar story on the other side of that, it just becomes too much. So I think the best lesson is, like, whenever you think you want to do a big wall thing, make it smaller and make sure that the Solar story on the other side is kick-ass and funny and great, and then it helps enhance then the wall or the Silver Crops thing.
And this was the power of being on Hulu, because I had never worked on a show where the whole thing was going to be dropped and you could watch any episode. So I'd never been able to do a serialized story. So we wanted to do, what if we could be The Simpsons with Itchy and Scratchy in it, but the entire episode of Itchy and Scratchy is in there? Like, what if we break all the rules of TV but still love TV while we're doing it? So getting to do that, I never thought we'd get to do 6 seasons of it, and that was pretty crazy and very hard, but it was awesome. Getting to pretend to be drama writers was really freaking awesome. So I'm glad you guys liked it.
Before we end, can I just say it's Mary Mac's birthday today, so we all have to say happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Mary Mac. Happy birthday to you.
Season 6, the final season, will drop on Monday, October 13th on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus. All 10 episodes. You're going to see a surprise return. You're going to see a gut-wrenching twist. You're going to get to see some callbacks, and you're going to get to
we're going to exit that one.
life. So have a great time. Thank you guys.
Okay.